I want you to see what you can do in that hour, and then we can check it when I get home. So really holding that boundary and being very clear about it, even when it's pushed, because it's going to be pushed because they're feeling like they need a lot of help. And the flip side of that is to be able to do that, you have to really help them have at least a couple strategies for what to do when you're not available. So, in this instance, okay, you know that you have that study guide that you created that helps you organize your notes. Why don't you use that study guide and fill in all your notes, and then I can help you check it with it. Or, hey, you know that you can make a Quizlet and that really helps you study. Why don't you make the Quizlet while I'm gone, and then I'll check it when I get home, so that they feel they have something to fall back on and feel empowered to do something more individually than just kind of waiting on you.
Sounds like it can be exhausting.
It is exhausting. And I think it's especially exhausting and it's scary for parents of adults, because we all want our adult kids to thrive. We want them to fly. We want them to do their best.
Right.
And it's really scary to watch your kid flounder. It's scary to watch your kid get really anxious or depressed, because that's what often happens. There's some comorbidity with ADHD, and it often happens in young adulthood. Speaking to like what I said before about all of a sudden I don't have all those people helping me and doing everything for me, and I don't know how to do it without. So they fail classes. They often drop out of college. They often get evicted because they're not paying their bills. It's really hard as a parent to see that, especially because ADHDers tend to be really, really smart and really intellectually capable. So it's hard to know that as a parent. Like, I have this really smart kid who can do like amazing physics problems, but can't pay their bills. It's hard to wrap your
Right.
mind around that.
Right.
So it is kind of an all-encompassing thing. And, I have parents that even their kids are in their 30s and they're still helping them just kind of figure out how to be an adult.
Wow. Can you explain the concept of neurodiversity in family context?
Yes. So neurodiversity is an umbrella. What it means is that the brain is wired or structured in a different way than what we consider neurotypical. So under that umbrella is autism spectrum, dyslexia, ADHD, different kinds of auditory processing disorders. So it's considered a medical diagnosis and a mental health diagnosis, but it's considered a medical diagnosis. And what happens often is if one person in the family is neurodiverse, it really affects the whole context and the whole relationship or microcosm of the family, because that person, by definition, doesn't process the world in the same way as everybody else. So if you have, two adult kids, let's say, since we're speaking about parenting adults here, and one is neurodiverse and one is not, the one that's not tends to feel like the one that is gets more attention or gets more support, or takes all of the attention or takes all the support.
Right.
And that can be really challenging to navigate as a parent, because obviously the one doesn't need it. And so you're like, hey, great, go do your thing. Awesome. So proud of you. And here your sibling needs a lot of my attention, needs a lot of support, needs financial support. And so what I have talked about with families is figuring out, again, those boundaries and figuring out how you can give the same kind of attention and support to the not neurodiverse child of yours, so that they still feel your love and attention, because there's a lot of psychological things that we know happen growing up in a family with a neurodiverse child.